The cross-frontier group got to meet with the committee after Asteg, who'd also wanted to put across La Línea's dependency on the ROC's economy and the possible effects of Brexit on the Spanish workers. With the area having suffered historical hardship, there's a sense of resilience when it comes to Brexit. It doesn't scare us, Asteg representatives told the media, but delays at the frontier that hinder the workers' ability to earn a living does. An area of concern is the threat of Spain taking a tough stance and Spain's veto, a word the parliamentarians were loath to use, and what could happen to the workers during the transition period if the ROC were to be excluded.
España no es que vaya a aplicar o no un veto. España tiene, es decir, hay en el ámbito, en el marco de las negociaciones, se consiguió, y se acordó, y es algo que nos parece bien, que una vez, indudablemente, que Reino Unido sale de la Unión Europea, también sale Gibraltar, y cualquier acuerdo que Reino Unido llegue con la Unión Europea, para ser aplicado a Gibraltar, tiene que contar con el acuerdo de España, y eso es algo que nos parece adecuado y nos parece bien.
The committee says it understood the consequences for Spain, but wanted to see the possible consequences for the area. President Soraya Rodríguez says they want to listen and learn so as to be able to achieve the best possible results.
Well, it's been very pleasant. The atmosphere was remarkably pleasant, and quite relaxed in allowing, time-wise, in allowing all the members of the cross-frontier group to give their opinion.
Se conoce la implicación, la dependencia, la interconexión socioeconómica de la línea con Gibraltar, pero es verdad que, hablando directamente con las asociaciones de los trabajadores, con la información, los datos que nos han dado, sí que es cierto que hay una realidad mucho mayor, ¿no?, de lo que aparece en el papel. Por lo tanto, si esto era importante, es decir, si mantener, hacer todo lo posible para la mayor permeabilidad, para mantener unas relaciones abiertas, está claro que con una interconexión tan importante económica de trabajadores mucho mayor.
Well, this is the democratic process in Spain taking course, the same as the Lords Committee came over on a fact-finding mission. Now the Spanish Parliament, aware of its responsibility to its citizens, has decided to come down and find out for itself and make a detailed study of what the opinions and what the preoccupations of the citizens down here are. So I'm hoping that all these are transmitted. There is no reason to think why they shouldn't be transmitted. The impact that it has in Parliament is the big question, and that we will just have to see.
So what were the areas that were discussed?
Well, in my intervention I spoke about the improved diplomatic atmosphere that there seemed to be from Spain. I also went into the fact that despite this atmosphere, we still are extremely worried about the negotiations and the lack of information that is coming from there. I spoke about how a hard Brexit would bring international attention to the area, and how a soft Brexit could help in our cross-frontier cooperation economically, socially and culturally.
Do you think it's important that committee itself is a cross-party committee?
Yes, although one thing that we all commented upon afterwards was how the stress was on the citizenship, and it didn't seem to be much aligned to party stances on Gibraltar, on issues like sovereignty. Remember that as a group we always park sovereignty to one side, and we simply do not discuss that, and we simply discuss the issues that affect the citizen.
How important would you say this meeting has been?
I think it's given us a great chance to see where the opportunities lie, as well as describing to them in no uncertain terms what our worries are. And I think they go away with much more information than they had before they came.
The Brexit Committee says one thing is understanding what's on paper, the other the reality. It's made clear it wants to work in a spirit of maximum cooperation and turn what it claims was first seen as a threat into opportunities.